This is Tracy Hart with the KHZTV network. I recently have heard some staggering statistics regarding kidney disease here in America. To give you some ideas, 1 in 2 Americans will develop kidney disease in their lifetime. That's amazing, 1 in 2. We have right now more than 26 million Americans, which is 1 in 9, that have chronic kidney disease, and most don't even know it. And then right here in Maryland alone, on an average day, we have more than 2,200 Marylanders that are waiting for a kidney transplant. I mean, the numbers are staggering. Now, the one thing that we have in our favor here in Maryland is that we have the National Kidney Foundation of Maryland. They are a wonderful organization that whole purpose is to improve the health and well-being of patients and families that are affected by these diseases. They're also increasing the availability, hopefully, of organs for transplant. In addition to some other wonderful things, including funding medical research, they do public and professional education, along with so many other different things. Now, raising those funds, of course, as everybody knows, can be difficult, but they have some really wonderful events that they put on, and one of them is going to be happening here shortly on November 20th. It's called Sante, which is a Culinary Odyssey. Now, I'm really excited to be speaking with Ben Simpkins, who is the National Kidney Foundation of Maryland's 2014 Volunteer of the Year, also Sante Restaurant Recruitment Committee co-chair. So, Ben, thank you so much for talking with us here today.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Why is it so important that you be involved in the National Kidney Foundation of Maryland?
Well, the National Kidney Foundation has been close to my heart, or I guess you could say my kidney, since I am a transplant patient of 17 years. My mother was the nicest to give me life twice, as so they say, and I got a kidney when I was 18 years old, and in July, and the next thing you know, September, I attended culinary school and became a chef. So this is really close to my heart when it comes to food and raising awareness for Kidney Foundation.
Well, and you say you became a chef. You're the executive chef at Richardson Farms, which is an amazing restaurant.
Yes, I'm the only certified chef on a farm in the U.S., and what we do is, you know, everybody said the farm to table is the hottest thing right now, which it is. We're seed to table, so we actually grow everything, and then it comes to me. I have over 36 cooks. We bin it and just make it fresh and homemade. That's our basis of what we do there.
You are really integral in getting the different chefs to come and take part in Sante. So let's talk about exactly what is Sante. So it's Thursday, November 20th at the M&T Bank Stadium. It's just the premier cuisine event that's out there because you've got signature dishes from over 45 top local chefs.
Yes. When I met the National Kidney Foundation, I immediately was like, this has got to be my biggest thing I ever do. So I called every chef I know and said, look, I need a favor. And the last year we did it at M&T Bank Stadium. You know, it's the home of the Super Bowl champs, the Ravens. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. And then, you know, I called in so many favors to all my chef friends, and they have been so gracious to do over 45 restaurants. I mean, you barely have enough time in the hours to get each meal. I mean, it's so many talented chefs, so many different things. I mean, you can't eat all day. I mean, because it's that much food. And, you know, where can you go and get that kind of food and all the different flavors in one night? So it's such a great event, and I'm so excited. Last year we raised over $250,000, and we had over 950 people. So this year, tickets are going really fast, so I'm really excited. Last year, I made the biggest cheesecake. I made a 50-foot pumpkin pecan cheesecake. So you have to wait and see what I'm going to do this year. It's going to be a little bit crazy and over the top because it was hard to come up with something bigger than that this year. So I'm excited to put out my signature craziness, as you can say, on the flare.
Well, it's going to be amazing. You plan on not eating all day, and actually probably be best not to eat the day before as well, because there is going to be so many different dishes from these wonderful chefs. But in addition to that, we've got all kinds of other fun. We've got signature drinks. Of course, we've got the interactive food demonstrations, but we're going to have live entertainment. One of the live auction items that are going to be going on is a chance to win a one-of-a-kind experience with meet and greet with the NFL Today team, which is amazing. Yes. I would love to do that.
I mean, how much better does it get? Last year was such a great party. We're partying, we're having fun, we're culinarians, and then yet all this money is going to be raised for awareness for the Kidney Foundation. So, I mean, if you went out to a restaurant and dropped that money at a restaurant to eat at one restaurant, you can come and actually your money is actually going to go help somebody, and you're going to get all these flavors. I mean, you really can't go wrong with this at all. So the only thing is we only have so many tickets. That's the big part. We sold out fast last year. So I hope that everybody gets their tickets soon because last year first year at M&T Bank Stadium, and the second year we're really just going to put it over the top.
The admission is actually really reasonable. It's $125 per person for as available lounge seating. And as you mentioned, you can go to a regular restaurant, just one restaurant, and spend over $125 per person. And here you get to taste test more than 45 different restaurants. And then if you want to actually have a reserved seat, it's $250 per person. But again, at the end of the day, all of this is going to research and to help funding for the National Kidney Foundation of Maryland.
Yeah, and it's becoming the biggest event in Baltimore. I personally think, I know it's my event and everything, it's close to my heart, but I really think it's the biggest event in Baltimore with all these chefs. And the cool thing is you get to meet all these executive chefs from these restaurants. So it's not like you have a server; you're actually getting your food from the executive chef.
Folks, it's called Sante, a Culinary Odyssey. It's going to be happening on Thursday, November 20th from 6 to 10 p.m. So you only have 4 hours if you show up on time to taste test more than 45 different signature dishes from these wonderful, wonderful chefs.
They actually get to judge. There are awards, so people get to do their People's Choice Awards for their best dish. So you're actually going to be a judge that night, too, which is very cool. They're going to have best flavor, best presentation, and, of course, People's Choice.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a wonderful event. Again, it's going to a wonderful cause, which is the National Kidney Foundation of Maryland. Ben, I want to thank you so much for talking with us, for putting together such an amazing event.
My pleasure. And also, too, if they come, they get to see the craziness that I'm going to do this year that I think is going to beat the 50-foot pumpkin pecan cheesecake.
So are you going to give us a hint or no?
Let's just say it has to do with apples, caramel, and pork.
Ooh, interesting.
I mean, what more can you ask for?
I know. I'm really excited. Well, I can't wait to see you and take part in Sante and, of course, have a taste of whatever specialty you're coming up with. So thank you so much, Ben. It's been a pleasure.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Now, folks, again, it's Sante, a Culinary Odyssey, happening Thursday, November 20th from 6 to 10 p.m. It's at the M&T Bank Stadium, the North Club level. For more information, please go to their website, which is santebaltimore.com. And let me spell Sante because some people, I know, maybe can't figure it out. It's SANTE Baltimore.com. It's $125 per person if you want available lounge seating, or $250 per person if you want a reserved seat. And, of course, they do have reserved tables and sponsorships available. Again, this is a wonderful event that's going to help support the National Kidney Foundation of Maryland, so we definitely want you to take part. Again, I've been speaking with Ben Simpkins, who is the executive chef at Richardson Farms, who's also the National Kidney Foundation of Maryland's 2014 Volunteer of the Year and Sante Restaurant Recruitment Committee co-chair. I'm Tracy Hart with the KHZTV Network.